Hey there, my name is Jake Antelis, and today we're going to edit some drums with Beat Detective and Pro Tools. Let's see what we're working with. So as you can hear with the click, these drums are pretty tight, but there's definitely room for improvement. So the first thing that I'm going to point out is that I'm in grid mode, and that's what I like being in when I'm editing. So you can do that or not, but that's how I like to do it. We're going to select the first track, which is kick in our case, and then we're going to hold down the shift key, and then click the last track, which is room. Now we're going to hit Command G on a Mac or Control G on a PC to make a group. So let's name this group drums. And for this group, I just want it to be an edit group, just so we can edit, but I don't want the mix faders to be linked for this. And now let's hit enter, okay. Now let's pull up Beat Detective. So on a Mac, the shortcut is Command H. On a PC, I believe it's Control H. Or you can go to the event window and just click Beat Detective. That'll work as well. So today we're gonna skip bar beat generation or groove template extraction. And also make sure the operation is in audio, not MIDI, as we're dealing with audio today. Let's select clip separation. Let's select the area we want, which is those 4 bars. And let's hit capture selection so that Beat Detective knows what we're dealing with. And let's do 16th notes, because I know there's no 30-second notes in there, and everything under that is at least a subdivision of 16th notes. Now the 3 here just means triplets, and for this groove there's no triplets, so we'll make sure that's unchecked. Now let's go to the right here, and you see detection. So let's stick to normal for now. I like analysis to be an enhanced resolution, so it picks it up really nice. And let's hit analyze. Let's see what happens. So I've hit analyze, but nothing's happened. And the reason for this is the sensitivity is all the way down. And what this does is it actually lets you see how much you want to trigger and how many hits you want to pick up. So let's bring this up until we kind of see everything being highlighted on this. All right, that looks pretty good. Everything seems to be selected. The next thing you'll see is the trigger pad. And what this does is that the trigger pad is basically how far ahead of the transient do you want the cut to be that the separate will do once we do that. I like to do around 4. As I find if it's at 0, which I think it might default to, sometimes you'll cut off a transient if it's right there. So let's do 4, that way it has a little padding room, and that's pretty cool. So now let's hit separate. As you can see behind this Beat Detective window, everything got chopped up. Let's go to the next step, which is clip conform. And I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. One is Beat Detective, one is outside of Beat Detective. So for clip conform, you have options here as well. You can do strength, exclude within, or swing. And for strength, you can choose anywhere to like quantize it to like from 0% to 100. For the sake of this video, we'll just uncheck that, and it'll be 100%. As that's what I want for this song. But you can mess around with the other settings as well. To swing, if the beat has a swing to it, and you want to keep that and not mess with that, those are good things to know and be aware of. So let's hit conform. So as you can see, everything kind of shifted just a drop, because it was pretty close. But you'll see, if you look closely, you'll see little holes in between the audio. So that's how to conform within Beat Detective. I'm actually going to undo that, and I'd like to show you one more way to conform. That's how I do it. So let's hit Command Z. We'll keep our separation, and let's have you look right up here where it says grid. Make sure that's kind of however you want to analyze the beat. So in this case, it's 16th notes, no triplets, so just make sure that's checked. And the shortcut to trigger that is Command 0. And as you can see, it shifted like that as well. And for some reason, sometimes I find this to be more accurate. Sometimes Beat Detective can be a little funny with clip conform and seeing where it is on the arrangement. So those are 2 options for clip conform. Now the final step for this is to edit smoothing, is to add fades and fill in those gaps so you don't hear clips and pops. So let's make sure fill and crossfade is selected, not just fill gaps, as I won't crossfade anything. And then put in your crossfade length, which I tend to use 7 milliseconds. And let's hit smooth. Great. So let's check out this clip and see how it sounds now. So as you can hear, that's perfectly clean. There's no pops or clicks, and now it's perfectly tight with the click track and ready to be tracked on for the rest of the song. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, please subscribe, as I will be doing many more of these videos and going even more in depth on things like Beat Detective, Pro Tools, Logic, mixing, production, and so on. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.